to Magic Uncut. My name's Graham. Behind the camera we have my lovely wife Diane. Say hi, Diane.
Hi, Diane.
Diane asked me a question about magic.
What is the card puzzle?
The card puzzle is an effect that was put out by Woody Aragon, a very clever Spanish magician. I've had it for quite a while now. I haven't performed it for a while. I found this in me cupboard and I thought, oh, I'm going to put that on the channel because it is really good effect. If you come down here, I'll show you what it is. We've got a deck of cards which I'll put to one side for now, and we've got this very, very strange deck here. It's not a full deck. What it is if you imagine jumbo cards, cut them into quarters, and just took random quarters, not a full deck of jumbo cards. So for instance, that's clearly the 4 diamonds. That could be the 3 of hearts, possibly a 5. That's a queen, but we don't know which one. That's the ace of spades, obviously. That could be another heart. That's the 9 of hearts, obviously. So you get the idea. That's definitely from a joker. You get the idea. They're all random bits of jumbo cards, and these are like a calculator. They're going to be used to calculate the value of a card that you're going to select. Now, unlike normally when you select a card in a magic trick, what I'm going to get you to do this time is select one but then not look at it. Okay, so I'll just show you the cards quickly like that, and what we'll do is we'll take these cards and we'll shuffle them up like that. In fact, these can be handed out to the spectator to be shuffled and given a thorough shuffle like that, okay, and given an overhand shuffle like that, and then given a cut like that. Now, Diane, imagine you're spectator number 1. Will you give the deck a cut anywhere you like? Okay. Okay, and now spectator number 2 comes along, because there's 2 spectators do this, and spectator number 2 gives them a cut. Brilliant, right. So the 2 spectators, one sitting either side of each, cut the deck. I'm going to take the card that was cut to, okay, and put it there. Now, you'll agree that is a random card taken from a shuffle deck, and you know, depending on where you'd cut the cards, you'd have gotten a different card. Yeah. So we'll put these cards back in the box like that, and we'll get rid of the deck. Now, I'm not going to get you to look at that card. It's going to stay there. And like I say, we're going to use these cards to calculate the value, right? So what we've got to do first is we've got to take them and we've got to randomise them by shuffling them, and then randomise them by giving them a cut like that. Now imagine there's 2 spectators, and I'm going to give them a cut about there, so there's half of that spectator and half of that spectator. This spectator is asked to shuffle his half, and I'll give them a shuffle like that, and I'll show you his half is shuffled up, right? And then this spectator goes through, splits the cards into half, and they do exactly the same. Put them like that, shuffle them together, mix them up, and then they're joined with them ones, and then the first spectator's given the cards and they shuffle them up and give them some cuts. Okay? And that creates a random order in those cards. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a pair there, 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 and that should be enough. Now what we're left with is just a few random cards, okay, and we'll get them and put them down there. Okay, now will you pick any one of these piles? So this is spectator number 1. Spectator number 1 picks any pile. Which one do you want? That one? You sure?
Yeah.
Right, and we'll put that next to the card like that. Okay. Now spectator number 2 comes along and they pick a pile. Any pair. That pair there. Okay. And that was a free choice. Yeah. Yeah? And you could pick any of the pairs. Right? Now I'm going to show you how this works. I'll use this pair. So we've got a 3, and that probably would fit there, and a 9, right? And if I take these 2, you've got, that's obviously another club, but it doesn't match that club, and that one doesn't match that. So this is not really telling you much. It could be a 9, it could be a 3, right? It could be a club, it could be a heart. It could be a different heart, or it could be maybe a 5. You can see how difficult it is using the combinations of these to work out what that card is. Now, you've got 2 piles here. Hopefully, these will be a little bit better at working out what that card is. But before we reveal them, I want to give you one last chance to change your mind. There's 4 still left here. Do you want to change that one for any one of these, that one for any one of these, or do you want to change both of them for any 2 of those? It's a completely free choice.
No.
You don't. You certainly don't. You're not these two, and you don't want them to, and you're not in on this. You remember, you could have changed them, and if you changed them, you would have been in a different outcome, right? So we're finally down to 4 bits like that. I'm going to take the bits and put them like that, and I'm going to put those bits like that. Fingers crossed, these cards will reveal the value of the freely selected card. Right, let's have a look at the first one. Oh, sorry, I've done these the wrong way around, because that wouldn't be that. How would that be? That would be there like that, and that would be there like that. That's it, there we go. Ah! Ace of Diamonds. So that could be the Ace of Diamonds. And I do remember, there it is there. There's another bit that looks like the Ace of Diamonds. And there was a, this is not going to happen, is it? There's another bit that looks like the Ace of Diamonds. You couldn't have put, and you could have swapped, remember? You could have swapped, and there's another bit that looks like the Ace of Diamonds. And the card that you picked out of the 52 cards in the deck, you could do it, was the Ace of Diamonds. And that's the card puzzle. I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, there should be another magic trick up here. Check that out. Hit the subscribe button if you're not a subscriber. We'd love you on board. Hit the notification bell for future releases. Check out one of our over 200 magic reviews, magic effects and tutorials on the site. And thank you very much for your time.